friends, and welcome to another episode of Fort Worth Roots. You can find Fort Worth Roots on all of your favorite streaming services, Pandora, Spotify, Apple Podcast, wherever. If you can't find it, let me know, and I'll get it up there too. We're also on YouTube. Just look for Fort Worth Roots. There are videos associated with each and every one of these episodes. Every week, every Tuesday at 5 o'clock, we meet up at a place called McFly's. I don't want you to call it a networking event, but creators from all over North Texas converge on this one location so that we can share ideas, trade Instagram handles, and see what we can do in a collaborative way to kind of help each other out. We started doing this months and months and months ago, but we've kind of changed the format a little bit. So now, every week, after we get done with the recording, we step outside and we do a little video so that we can put it on social media. Every single one of you that show up and you got something to promote, whether it's your band, your upcoming book, your business, whatever. If you got something to promote, we want you to come out Tuesdays. Not only are we going to make that little video for you and put it up on our social media pages, but we also have an audience microphone that goes around the room and everybody gets a minute at the end of the recording to talk about their business on the show. It's two big ways that we can help you with your brand. So come on out to have a fun evening and listen to us do a podcast recording in front of a live audience and get to meet another amazing Fort Worth creator. Musicians, authors, and anybody else doing something to help our community grow or be special or whatever. People here in the Fort Worth area, the North Texas area. Every single Tuesday out at McFly's Pub, 5 o'clock, and you are welcome to join us. This week we have a band. They're called CorderKing, and I had never heard of them until Whit, the bar manager at McFly's Pub, introduced me to them. And I got to tell you, they're extremely talented. And next time you hear them or see their name on a bill getting ready to play at a place, go check them out for sure. We always talk about one of our sponsors right up front. Stay tuned to the very end. We've got some more sponsors to tell you about, some upcoming events, some changes with the Fort Worth Roots podcast, and all the good details right there at the end. But we do want you to know that one of our sponsors can help you find your next home or sell the one you got now. They're also a resource for any kind of property questions you might have. Maybe your tax assessment for the year or whatever. You got questions about it, you can call them up or find them online. It's yourdavisteam.com. 13 full-time real estate agents that are committed to making sure that you are well-informed and taken care of anytime you got anything with property going on. Again, that is the Davis Team. Find them at yourdavisteam.com. That is enough talking out of me. Thank y'all for being here. And let's give it up for the CorderKing and Company. And let's start the show. All right, we are Tuesday night at McFly's. We got CorderKing in the house.
Hello.
Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
You look like you might be the quiet one.
Sometimes.
Okay, let's start with the quiet one. Tell everybody your government name and where you hail from, sir.
My name's Jacob Quarter, and I'm from Fort Worth, Texas.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
All right. Next, sir.
All right, my name's James Kingray, also known as Jimmy King, if you catch me on a stage. Yeah.
What kind of stage, sir? The way you said that.
You'll have to come and see me and find out, man. That's the whole point. But yeah, I'm Fort Worth, born and raised, West Side, 817.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
So this is an exciting day for everybody, especially the folks here at McFly's. You came highly recommended. They said you've got to get CorderKing on the show. And I said, okay, Whit, because that's what you do. When Whit tells you what to do, you do it.
Thanks, Whit.
And then I got to kind of discover you guys on social media and listen to some of your music, primarily covers, right?
For now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was pretty impressed. And so it's not just Whit's opinion anymore. I'm glad you're here with us.
Well, thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. So how's you guys' week been so far? It's only Tuesday, but we've been through so much together as a community, hailstorms and high wind, and it's been crazy out there. So let's start with you, and you tell me how your week went.
It's been pretty good. pretty good. I mean, no complaints so far.
Did y'all do any gigs this weekend?
No, we did not. No.
Okay.
We had
Just relaxing?
Oh, yeah.
Just hanging out.
Yeah.
Did you watch any good TV shows? Play any good video games? Read a book?
You know, I practiced.
Okay.
Rehearsed and rehearsed to be here, actually. I was going over lines because I'm not very good with talking.
Well, when you guys are jamming on stage, do you use a teleprompter, or have you got every single one of your songs memorized?
No teleprompter, no.
No? Got some notes up there?
No, nothing. No iPad, nothing. Just everything that's
Just
in my
raw
head.
dogging it? Yeah.
I mean, that's a way to put it.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Yeah.
How about you, brother? How'd your week go?
My week's been crazy. We don't, we haven't had a show last weekend, but we're still busy. We're doing a lot of stuff. We just got out of the studio last week.
Shout out your studio.
Yeah, SG Studios, White Settlement. Hell of a guy. His name's Greg.
Greg White. Yep.
Greg White. Yep, he's awesome. But yeah, and so I have a job. Believe it or not, I work at.
Well, believe it or not, 99% of musicians all have a job.
Yeah, well, I have multiple jobs.
That's the road to success.
Right.
Or not starving to death.
Right. Well, sometimes I do both. No, but I am a music teacher at the Music Academy, Music and Enrichment. We don't just do music there. It's a whole plethora. We're a toolbox. If you want to get your kid into STEM programs, coding classes, I mean, we've got the best of the best. You need to come check us out. Absolutely.
This sounds like a plug, sir.
Yeah. No, I'm full of plugs.
Good.
I've got plugs.
That's what it's about tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we've got a lot going on at the Academy. We're doing a bunch of summer camps right now. And got Rock Band Camp. There's John, he's the owner over there, his son Gatlin.
Got to meet both of them.
Yes, great people. One of my newest friends that I've got to make. But yeah, so we've been doing summer camps. We've got Rock Band, Rapid Rock Stars. So taking a bunch of kids, put them in some bands.
What's the age group?
It varies. We've got anywhere from 5 to 16, 15.
You got a 5-year-old holding an axe, playing her heart out?
You know it.
Okay.
That's what we do there. It's a rapid rock star camp. So, yeah, getting them into groups. They've been learning some songs and rocking out. It's been a lot of fun.
Is this supposed to be kind of like a summer activity? So you're not legitimately trying to turn them into rock stars overnight, but this is a great way to get a young kid that's maybe on the fence as far as whether or not they want to pursue music as part of their lifestyle.
It's a little bit of both. So we have some kids that really, really, really want it.
Yeah.
That really want to grow up. It's that lifestyle, and I would know it. So that's how I was when I was younger. But there's also some kids, that are just like looking to see if that's their thing.
Yeah.
And so we're giving it our all, doing our best, and we're succeeding. So
That's excellent.
very happy.
And you guys are located in Azle off of Maine and what?
Off of Maine. It's just off of Maine, really. So.
That's just what we call it.
Yeah, exactly. Come check us out. You won't be disappointed.
What direction on Maine? What's it next to?
It's next to the library and the police department.
Right.
It's like sandwiched. So, yeah.
The new PD.
The new PD. I'm a new resident to Azle.
Oh, okay.
Believe it or not.
And you were Fort Worth before then?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Azle has a brand new police station. To me, it's brand new. Before this, way before this, I had a landscape design company, and one of the guys that was just one of my hardest workers called me from Azle Jailhouse, and he said, I need help. I need to get bailed out. We don't have the money for it, but if you don't pay $200, then they're going to keep me here for the next week.
Whoa.
And that sounded kind of extreme, and I didn't have a lot of good help back then, so I went and bailed him out. So I remember the original, or maybe it wasn't the original, but the one before the new police station. I know where that's at. So
there you go.
And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, and that's how I know where the police station's at.
Boom.
Right. What do you do, man? How do you keep from starving?
I don't have as quite of an interesting.
That's okay.
I mean, I work in the dirt. I barely do that. I'm
Dirt's an interesting thing, man. We're all made out of it. Can you dig it?
Right.
Not yet.
Okay.
I mainly sit in the truck and watch. I'm the
Okay.
supervisor. No, I'm not.
Oh.
I'm learning.
You're throwing me too many curveballs. I don't know you well enough for this. So, are you in construction?
Excavation, yeah.
Excavation.
Yeah.
Okay.
I work with my dad.
What are you excavating? Don't say dirt.
Well, we were tearing up concrete yesterday.
Okay.
And then I didn't go to work today because I was going to be here.
Sorry, Dad. I'm podcasting. Can't come to work.
That's exactly what I tell them.
I told my guys the same thing, so there you go. You're not alone.
Well, your boss is here. You got your employer in the room, so that's a good way to cover your track. I can't come to work today, boss, but you should come with me.
Exactly.
Right. That's excellent.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about this band CorderKing. Where did it originate? It's a new thing, right?
Yeah, we used to go by up the street probably 2 years ago almost now.
Yep.
And then,
That was the name of the band?
Up the street, yeah.
Okay.
But this was before his time.
Yeah.
And then, we decided to switch things up. And,
So when was Up the Street born?
Well, that was born with my brother and my longtime best friend from like elementary school. And, that was probably like 2015, 2016. I was like 10 years old maybe. I don't even know.
Uh-huh.
And how we actually met is my sister ran the Battle of the Bands at the high school, my older sister. And then he was in the band that was playing, they went by Illegal Joy. Mm-hmm. And we were at the high school Battle of the Bands, not even in high school. I was in elementary school, like 3rd, 4th grade.
Uh-huh.
And
We beat a bunch of 10-year-olds.
Yeah, they beat a bunch of 10-year-olds.
What he's saying.
And
Still
then,
proud of it.
The front man of that band is now my brother-in-law. And I was like, oh, cool, you still in contact with him? And then that's how me and him started playing.
Excellent.
Was because our drummer, grew up and started doing some adult things, so we didn't have time to mess around with the band no more. So,
okay.
James is an adult.
Got to adulting.
He's got some free time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So CorderKing came about less than a year ago, I think you told me?
Almost a year ago, in a couple weeks. I think like either the week after Father's Day or the next week. It's one of the two.
It's your quarterversary.
Exactly.
And he really was only going to play for one show because our drummer couldn't make one show. And then we played it and I was like, man, that was pretty good. I was like, I had fun. So then he just kept coming back, and then eventually it just stuck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Excellent. What is the next thing on the agenda for CorderKing? You guys getting ready to drop some music?
Go ahead.
That's the plan. Yeah, that's definitely our plan. Like I said, we went to the studio last week, and we're not just planning on sitting on that song forever.
Yeah.
So, the plan's to drop it. We're not too sure when. We might want to drop it with another song, make it a little double. But, yeah, so far, I mean, that's the big plan. We're still going to be playing shows, of course, taking a little hiatus from doing that just because we've got everything else going on. Yeah. But we'll get back at it soon enough. But yeah, as far as that goes, playing shows, going to release some music, going to have a good freaking time.
So you said you're going to kind of pull back a little bit from live gigs. Is that what you meant?
That's what we've been doing.
Okay, pulling back.
Pulling back.
Yeah.
We played in Grapevine, what was that, 2 weekends ago?
Was it last week? I think it was last week.
Last week?
Maybe. I don't know. It was a Friday pretty recently. It was either last week or a week. It's been a long month so far.
Yeah.
It just started.
And our next gig
is at the end of the month at Highway Bar. It's June 27th at Highway Bar.
Yeah, come see us.
No, there's a third member of your band.
No, there's technically two.
Okay.
But we have Randy McMahon. He plays the bass with us. He's 72, I think, that he just turned 72. We call him the Fountain of Youth because everybody can never guess his age, and he can play with us just like he's 20 years old again. So
yeah.
Was it past his bedtime? We start at 5 o'clock. He's 72.
No.
Was Matlock on?
We
Do y'all even know what Matlock is?
No clue.
They used to be an old people joke. Got to get home, watch Matlock.
But no, I mean, we played like 4-hour sets with him, and we won't get home until 2 o'clock in the morning. He's right alongside with us.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's 72.
Mm-hmm.
We were joking with him one time, and we were like, Randy, we got a gig in New York next weekend. He's like, all right, let me know.
It's like, who am I riding with? Am I going by myself, or am I going with y'all?
I'm game. Let's do this.
He was down. Yeah, we love Randy. Randy's awesome.
And then we have a keyboard player. His name's Nathan Northcutt.
Okay.
He's there every once in a while. He's busy. He's playing with a bunch of other people, but he's like one of my favorite people ever. Mm-hmm. If you know Nathan, you know he's such an awesome.
That sounds like a type of diamond cut, Northcutt.
It might be.
It might be a diamond type.
Probably.
Anybody in here know? Yeah.
No, I'm too broke for diamonds.
Yeah.
I'm broke because of diamonds.
There you go.
We get married in October, and let me tell you something. Those rings are not cheap.
Oh, no, they're not.
It's dumb.
I'm getting married next month, and I asked my mom, I was like, Mom, can you please buy the rings? Broke.
Hey, no shame. Yeah.
Audrey understands, love my fiance, but she knows, I'm broke. I'm a broke star.
If I could buy it, Mom, I would, but I can't.
Right.
So, I mean, what are our options?
Yeah.
You know, Dollar Tree's got the thing that you stick the quarter in and you can get the ring.
The ring pops.
That would work
That
too.
would work.
Yeah.
Yeah. She would love that.
She would totally love that.
Maybe.
You wouldn't be looking for a new fiance at all.
No, not at all. Yeah, no, it'd go great.
You guys, are y'all much into getting out, camping, exploring, things like that?
That's what I'm doing for my bachelor party. Yeah.
Where y'all going?
We're going to Mineral Wells State Park.
That's a great park.
Going there for
Really
a weekend.
is.
And then my honeymoon with my soon-to-be wife, we're going to Glen Rose, getting a cabin, middle of the woods, right next to the Paluxy, I believe. And, spending a week.
Can you believe I wasn't even invited to his bachelor party?
Well, let me tell you something. These weddings it's a whole thing. It's something that should be studied by scientists on every planet. Because it's just unfair. And I've got a lot of friends and I didn't even think about this until after the fact, but I was only allowed 25 people at the wedding. I could only, because it's expensive.
Yeah.
If you don't know already.
True.
So anyway, I'm bringing 25. She's bringing 25. It's going to be a really small wedding.
Okay.
It's a nice place, but they charge money.
Yeah.
And I'm a podcaster, so you do the math.
I get it.
You could have done it here.
Yeah. Hey.
But it's a whole social. Oh yeah, I pitched that. Trust me. It's a whole social thing, and like I've got so many great friends that I'd love to bring to this wedding, but like the whole idea of, well, I got to pick this person and that person. It's a whole mess, dude.
Exhausting.
I hate it.
Oh yeah.
No, my initial thing, I was like, hey, you know what? I'm 40. She's a couple years younger than me. Cradle robber, I know.
Hey, that's how I am with my soon-to-be as well.
Cradle robber. Let's not visit that right now, Elvis.
She's cradle robbing.
Yeah.
All right, don't get it twisted. Okay.
But anyway, I was thinking, we're both reasonable people. How about if we did this at one of my sponsors' locations, and we'll just have a party, and I'll bring some bands, and wouldn't it be great if we could give the money that we're going to spend for this wedding back to small business and to the bands? Like, in my mind, it's like a no-brainer.
Right, yeah.
In her mind, eventually we worked our way ourselves around the idea that we will not be doing that. Instead, we're going to spend like $50,000 on something totally different. So,
Man, I could have played careless with
anyway, so you're not invited.
Okay, noted.
And that's the long roundabout way of telling you, don't check your mail for the save the date because it's not coming.
Okay, well, don't check yours either.
That's a deal.
Yeah,
all right.
sounds great.
Got it figured out. But I still love you. If I didn't invite you to the wedding, I love you.
Of course.
I love you more. That's probably the thing.
I love you so much you don't have to be there. Yeah.
I know what's going on right now.
Right?
It's a lot of I love yous getting thrown around.
Say it. Just say it.
Yeah, just say it.
I love you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Don't you
I
feel
love
better?
You, too,
Oh,
You feel better now?
I feel great.
there you go. There you go. Awesome.
So we got to know what's your experience with the outdoors. He's going to Mineral Wells for his bachelor party. What's your outdoors experience?
Well, I can remember my brother getting ate up by fire ants and stripping up naked and running in the car when we were camping one time.
Where were y'all camping at? That sounds terrible. It sounds like Texas though.
Benbrook.
Yeah.
The little
We got the ants.
Yeah.
Check with anybody.
I remember that. And then, I don't know, I used to do a lot of fishing, but now that, my weekends are basically booked with something's going on always.
Right. Yep.
So I had to sell my fishing reel to pay for the studio time.
Being a creator will destroy your hobbies. It will become your only hobby.
Hey, but that's fine. I love it. I enjoy it.
You know what else will destroy freshwater fishing is if you've ever fished off the coast. Has anybody in here ever gone, deep sea fishing? The first time you hook a tuna, and that's typically what you're going to get if you're fishing like in the Gulf on like a long tour. We did 80 hours. It's a fight. It's a fight. You're trying to survive. You're not trying to just catch a fish. You're trying not to look weak in front of your friends. And it is a 35-minute fight pulling up 200 yards of line trying to get this fish back up on the boat. And once you get done with that experience, I came home. I had 4, maybe 5 different reels and rods, 3 tackle boxes, all the good stuff. And I have not touched those things since I got back from the Gulf.
It's like working out.
It's crazy. It is so, and so like when people are passing around the question about big game hunting, it's a preservation thing, and I think a lot of hunters understand that. But like the thrill of just hooking a tuna and reeling that in makes me think that I would love to go big game hunting in some like preservation where you buy the tag, it supports the community, you're helping thin out the herd, you know.
Exactly.
That actually sounds pretty cool now, and it's all because of tuna fish. Tuna fish ruined me.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a weird kind of way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't even like tuna that much.
What kind of tuna are you talking about? Out
Like
of the can?
canned tuna.
Okay, nobody likes canned tuna.
Hey, some people do.
No, not straight out of the can.
That's not real tuna.
It's awful.
Yeah.
Then what is it?
It's
like tuna byproduct.
Yeah. Probably made in a lab.
That might not be wild.
High in mercury.
Yeah, for real.
No, honestly, so the first time I went to Virginia, I was there for some training. I was there for about 6 months, and we went to Va Beach probably 6 or 7 times in the 6 months I was there. We'd go on the weekends, make a whole thing out of it, rent a hotel room, and just go nuts. Mm-hmm. But on the menu at this 5-star hotel or restaurant or whatever it was, a real fancy place, on their menu it had tuna steak. And I'm thinking, tuna? Because like you just said, you associate tuna with canned tuna. I did too. I had this tuna steak, and I'm telling you, it was 4 inches tall. And I cut into that thing, and I was like, this is tuna? This is what tuna is?
Oh, yeah.
It's not like canned tuna, folks.
Change your life.
It was the best thing I'd ever put in my mouth at that point. It was incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, tuna.
So anyway, there's other tunas.
Yeah.
I'll have to keep that in mind.
Yeah. If you see it on the menu, and they're boasting about it, do it. Do the tuna.
Yeah, we'll scope some out, Jacob.
All right, well, let's do it.
Get us some tuna.
So we know you guys are coming out with an EP soon. Is that what you're calling it?
Single or a double.
I get confused with EP, single, whatever. But so 1 track, maybe 2 tracks.
Yeah.
And where are people going to be able to find that?
Everywhere.
Yep,
We're going to release it everywhere.
Everywhere. So they look under their sofa cushion. There it is.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Right on.
Yeah.
Are we talking more like maybe Bandcamp, Spotify, things like that?
Yes.
Any streaming service that's regularly used.
Okay. Streaming services. Now I get it. And is it
Not
going to be CORDER King and Company?
Maybe.
We're still working on that.
Yes.
Okay. You had mentioned that you're talking about a rebrand, maybe moving away from a difficult name to spell.
Absolutely. We're getting tired of sitting there and spelling it out for every single
Who's got a
person.
napkin? Who's got a napkin?
Exactly.
Because I would always have to like type it in on Facebook for people that wanted to follow us, because I would tell them, and they're like, huh? I'm like, you want me to do it for them? They're like, yeah. So I'm sick of doing that. So
I've gotten to the point where, because I will not mess up your name if I can help it. It's something that's important to me. So usually I'll take my phone, I'll open up my contacts, and I'll just hand it to them. Like, here you go.
Yeah.
Type in all your stuff. That way I don't mess it up.
Perfect. And we love people like that. When it comes to CorderKing.
We're back to love again.
Yes, we are.
It. Say it,
Jacob.
Say it.
Now.
Say it.
I don't know.
I love McFly's.
I love McFly's. I really do. It's a cool place.
I do too. McFly's is awesome.
So you guys, speaking of McFly's, where we're at tonight, we do this every Tuesday night, 5 o'clock. Come and join us. You guys have played here once before. How did you get lined up with that?
I found, oh man, they're going to hate me, but I forgot what her name was.
Was it Whit?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But she does work here, and I saw a Facebook post. She was like, hey, we just started up Saturday night live music. We need some bands. I was like,
I bet you it was Whit.
Maybe. Yeah, it could have been. And I responded just like that and booked a show. And then next thing you know, we're on the stage.
You know, because you accepted that so quickly and she didn't have time to field the audience, it not only got you inside McFly's, but it also got you on the stage for Fort Worth Roots.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, people should be taking notes. You're doing good things.
Well, thank you.
We try to.
We try.
Stay on top of it, right?
Absolutely. Keep the grind going.
What else do y'all have on the horizon? I know you said you pulled back a little bit. Are there some residencies that maybe you're hunting for? A place you want to play regularly, maybe on a Saturday night?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we used to we used to play pretty regularly at a place, Dirty Water, but we don't play there too often no more.
Yeah.
Some things are going on. I really don't know what's going on.
Is more than the water getting dirty?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Okay.
Some dirty water.
Well, that'll happen, man. And, it doesn't mean you got to cut them out of your life forever. Maybe just test it out and see when it gets back to normal. But it's okay to evaluate the establishments and the people that you're surrounding yourself with and go, you know what, I'll come back when y'all get that figured out.
Yeah.
It's okay to do that.
Exactly, and it gives us a chance to move on to bigger and better things. Like, we just played a show at Texas Live at Troy's by the ballpark.
Not the big Texas Live, the Troy's, the little
Troy's.
Texas Live.
You know what? Did you play at Texas Live?
Kinda.
Yes.
Okay, you played at Texas Live.
Oh, cool.
Just leave it at that.
Right, and that was a big step up from local Camp Bowie little bars. That was a big
Well, getting
deal.
there was kind of weird because we got there, we pulled up, we're going to park where we want to park, and this cop just started, because we had a load in where we were supposed to go, and this cop was just like,
You got to watch out for them Arlington police officers, man.
well, I learned that
Oh, my
day.
God.
He was like,
Love you, baby.
saying he was going to write a ticket. But I was like, what are we're doing what we're supposed to do. And then he didn't care. He made us leave. So we had to go all the way
Did you
back
get a
around.
ticket?
No.
Oh, okay.
We left. I was like, I don't get a ticket. It was crazy.
He was on a mission, though.
Yeah.
he was looking.
He's protecting and serving that spot that we were supposed to be at.
Exactly.
I don't know what he's been in.
It was legit, one of the PD?
Yeah.
Oh
we
my
were
God.
supposed to be there. He didn't care. I was like,
I want his name. I want to know who this man was messing with CorderKing.
Exactly.
I hope he listens.
He might.
We'll see.
Yeah, buddy. We
The
were
co-host
supposed to
of
be
this
there.
show works with him, so
Hey, well, there you go.
I got to stop name dropping her like that. She doesn't like it.
I didn't hear nothing. Did you?
Yeah. 200,000 people in DFW did.
Right.
Oops. Love you, babe. Excellent, guys. Well, I'm super stoked that you guys are here tonight, and I'm honored that I'm getting to be a part of what you got going on. Kind of early in the career, right?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
CorderKing's
definitely.
not even a year old.
Right.
And you're already thinking about changing the damn name, but we'll work on that. We can work around that.
Yeah.
So, and thank you to all the friends out here that showed up for CorderKing. You
Yeah.
guys brought out a great group of folks.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, sir.
For those of you that didn't hear it earlier, we do have an audience microphone, and I would love for you guys to come up and ask questions of our friends up here. If you would, just proceed over to where the orange microphone is. And I know it seems weird right now, but after the first person grabs that mic, everybody else just loosens up, and the conversation starts flowing. So who's going to be the hero tonight? Who's going to grab that orange microphone on that stage? It could be you. You could be
Yeah,
that
come
hero.
on.
Here we go.
Come
Yeah,
on.
big round of applause.
Let's see it. I was about to grab it.
I know you were. You were thinking about it. Oh, hold on. Whoa. I got something. What do I do? I'm supposed to do something on my end. There you go. All right.
Hello. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Okay.
hold that thing as
Great.
close to your face as you can.
It's pretty close. Eat it. So what is your vibe that you play music for? What do you feel that the vibe is?
Well, we're definitely we're breathing life into old school music. You know, a lot of times you hear a lot of musicians just regurgitate what they think old school is, and with what CorderKing is doing, you know, we're taking it and making it our own. You know, it's not just some tumble down all freaking thing.
I mean,
it's us.
There's emphasis from like everything, like soul, rock, country. It's all
Exactly.
one big melting pot.
Yeah.
It's whatever you're feeling.
Like, well, yeah, it's just whatever, you know, we come up with in rehearsal. It's just, that's the sound of CorderKing.
Exactly.
I'm excited for everyone to get to hear it here real soon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I can't wait to hear it.
Good deal. Awesome.
Calm down. We'll get there.
Yep.
So let me ask you a off the wall question. How do you feel about ChatGPT helping you write songs?
Well, hey, it makes for a great laugh. We've got so many hilarious.
We can't tell
We're
them
not
here.
sharing them.
We can't tell them.
We're not sharing them, but it makes for some really
You know,
good
it
times.
can't. ChatGPT sucks at writing songs.
It
It lacks
really
the
does.
emotion and feel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
but does it help you get ideas or?
You know, it
anything like
can,
that?
but I'm strongly against it because it's kind of I feel like songs need to be like how you feel. It's
Yeah.
like your emotions.
It's a
Like-
part of us.
Exactly.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
It's
So
just a helper. It's just there to help you.
It
is-
can be.
Yeah.
But some people abuse it, and I feel like you can definitely
That's a
tell.
great idea. You are very smart for choosing those lyrics. Let me help you.
Right. No, but yeah, I mean, we stray away from it, you know. But I wouldn't sit here and blame another artist for using it in a pinch. I guess. I mean,
But if it's the whole song written by AI,
Oh,
you
yeah.
could do better than that.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
You got something in you.
No, you just write down your song ideas and say, "What do you think?" And
Here's the
it
thing.
Tells you.
anybody
cleans
can
it
do
up.
that. Anybody can do that.
Anybody can.
But when you make something that comes from your heart,
Right.
it makes
You
it
gotta feel
extra
it. You gotta
special.
feel it.
It makes it extra special.
Right.
And the audience can definitely tell when it comes from you.
Exactly.
I think.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, that's all I got.
Awesome. I appreciate you.
All right, he's got to hand that mic to somebody. Who's it going to be? All right, we got a brave contestant coming up here.
I know you. I don't know why. What do you not know? Let's hear it.
Well, I'm Jacob's sister, so I grew up in the house full of music, and he'll always joke I used to yell from my room, just like, turn it down, it's too loud. But I really want to hear Jacob talk about, his early days of playing and all of the humorous, comedic covers you used to sing.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, we got to get into that. Can you shine?
There's some really good ones. He used to sing one called Dirty Llama.
Yeah.
I think is what it was called. So
Well, it was Fat Sister.
and Fat Sister. He did that one, but he's grown. He doesn't body shame now.
What if it was a fat llama?
Right?
It sometimes was, but I just what made you want to continue on? Because you started playing so young. What would you say made you want to actually start taking it serious?
I guess my parents, really, yeah. They've been really pushed me from the beginning, honestly, and, I didn't stop because of them, and I'm glad I never did, and I don't plan on ever stopping. So really, my mom and dad played a really big part in it, honestly. They got me.
Excellent.
I don't even know how they afforded my first guitar. I couldn't tell you because didn't make very good money when I wanted to start playing.
Dirty Fat Llama, y'all going to play that one tonight?
No, we're past that. I was like 7 years old doing that. It's because me and my sister used to butt heads.
Right, yeah. No, anybody with a younger sister, right? Older sister.
Older.
Well, I didn't see that, but okay. Anybody with a younger sister can definitely relate. All right, who else we got for that mic? Let's ask questions for the band. Come on up here. All right, we got somebody.
Yeah.
A brave soul. The reason we got that mic over there, folks, is that's the spot for less distortion, so.
Perfect. I've enjoyed this podcast. I think I should get my own podcast now. I can do this.
It's not a bad idea.
Fun every night. That's what we're gonna do.
You got an extra 80 hours a week?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got tons.
Yeah, right.
Hey, so I'm John. I own the Azel Music Academy, and James is our top hand. Right? He's the super drum instructor. He's like the life of the party, all that stuff. I was gonna tell you guys how I met him one day. My wife calls me. She's like, "Hey, can you hurry up and get here? There's some guy in the parking lot who wants to be a drummer."
Creeper.
Yeah. Right. She's like, "I don't know. He looks nice." I was like, "Well, I can't make it. It'll be like an hour out." James was like, "Okay, cool. I'll just hang out in the parking lot,
Creeper.
Always
I got there, and he's
creepily.
like, "Hey, I want a job. I'm a drummer." I was
Nice.
like, I mean, my kid's a drummer. What? Are you good? He's like, "Yeah, I'm good. Have you ever taught before?" He's like, No, I don't. I've never taught. I just want to teach." Mm-hmm. And he had this little passion, and I was like, I don't have any clients for you right now. Everybody wants to play piano right now. I got to figure out how to make people want to drum.
Yeah.
And then I was like, hey, 2 or 3 weeks later, I was like, hey, we got our drummers out. Can you come in and sub? And then he subbed for 4 students, and I think 3 of them switched right away. And then I was like, man, we got to keep this guy. He's good. His energy, he's a big deal. So we hire him to do some other stuff, and now he's just filling up. But hey, I was wondering on the podcast here, why don't you tell us why you're a drummer?
Oh,
Boy.
That's a big story.
I know.
That's a lot.
We got time.
Oh, yeah. No, get ready for this. Okay. So it all started before I was born. All right. So,
Stars aligned.
yes. So,
Gases were exploding.
my dad, greatest guy. Oh my goodness. He birthday clown, magician, comedian, drummer, coolest dude ever. Okay. So when I was a baby, he would set me up in my high chair, scoop me up against the kit, and just let me go ham. I probably was 2 years old. And so he made sure that was influenced in my life early on. And so fast forward a couple of years, best friend, my father, he passed away 3 days before my 8th birthday. And that really does something to you as a kid.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that really, it changed my life. And moving on from that, I told myself, I was like, well, I could either sit here and cry because I lost my dad, or I could take that emotion and push it out through my hands on a drum set.
At 8 years old?
Yes. And from that point on, I knew that I was a drummer. No matter how crappily I played, no matter how many teachers I annoyed, no matter what, I was a drummer for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And with me choosing that, it's led me down a beautiful, beautiful path. I mean, it helped me meet this guy, and now we got stuff cooking up. And I just always, before every time I play on a stage, I pray, pray to God. And I thank him for everything he's given to me. And I thank him that he gave my father the best seat in the house.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
Awesome.
So that's why I do it. It started a legacy, and
love that.
It's going to keep going. Yeah.
I feel like maybe he knew a little bit of that story.
Maybe.
Maybe I heard it.
Thank you, brother.
Thank
Beautiful
you.
story,
Yes.
though.
We got anybody else that's feeling brave tonight? Want to get up here and talk to the band? All right, Gatlin.
Yeah. What's up, buddy?
Did I say your name right, Gatlin?
Yes, you did.
Hold that mic as close to your face as you can.
Right about here?
Yep, that's perfect.
So I have a question I want both y'all to answer.
Oh, boy.
At the same time?
Preferably one for the other.
Same time, we got it.
Yeah.
What drives y'all to want to be in a band together and just work together and make music?
Well, I'm going to take this one because it's honestly because me and James, we don't play music together. This is like one of my best friends.
Exactly.
Honestly, it is. It's just friendship, honestly. The music definitely helps, but being good friends is definitely more, influential than the music is.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly.
I mean, if Jacob got a record label deal and they were like, hey, we just want Jacob, I'd be like, dude, take it. Because at the end of the day, I know I'm still one of your best friends.
No, I couldn't do it.
No.
You got to be right alongside me.
Yeah. So that kind of friendship is the glue that holds us together. And being in a band together is part of that. But it's not the whole picture.
That makes me think of another question. How long have y'all known each other? And how did y'all meet?
Well,
Realistically, I don't think we've known each other that long. I knew of you.
yeah, we
for a
knew
long
of each
time.
other. But
He was stalking you, right? The
Yeah.
stalker? Was he following
yes, it's ever since I beat him in the Battle of the Bands, he started following me. He was like, man, he's got my trophy.
you? No.
that I deserve."
You're the stalker. Don't get off course here.
No, I refuse.
You were stalking me when I was 10, dude?
No,
Because he's how old are you? 20?
I'm 24.
So you're
Oh, this is getting weird.
Yeah, it is.
how many years older?
You're what, 12?
18.
Oh,
No,
18. 18. Let's do quick math. 19, 20, 21.
This is why I play guitar.
20. Oh, okay, that's 6 years.
6 years older than
Yeah.
me.
So, yeah.
It's
No,
not- I don't think that age gap is illegal in Arkansas, so you're good.
Hey, there we go.
Okay. Well, I mean, we're not dating.
No.
Excellent questions. Thank you, Gatlin.
Yes, thanks, buddy.
Anybody else with questions for the band? All right. We got
I hope the dog asked the
Tutu?
question.
Right. I want to hear the dog's question.
Dog's got so many questions. Like, what am I doing at a bar, Mom?
So I think some of the greatest songs ever written were out of like a vulnerable state. Have you guys written any music where you've tapped into that, or does that play a role in writing your songs at all?
Well, I think it should. But you'll hear it because we'll demonstrate it on stage. But the single that we wrote, the way I feel, yes, vulnerability is a great platform to launch off of, and that will come into play shortly. But we've been writing this song that we're about to play on stage, and the way I see it, it's mainly a call to people. The way I see it, it gives the people a shoulder to lean on. It's called Beat the Rain. And the rain, to me, the rain refers to the storm of life. You know, you can get caught in it. Sometimes you really can't beat it. But that's an emotion and that's a situation that everybody feels. Because at the end of the day, it can bring us closer. And so putting that out into the atmosphere and giving that platform to people to lean on, that's why we wrote the song that we're about to play. But as far as vulnerability, that's definitely a characteristic that you will hear moving forward eventually.
All right, that's very cool.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Natasha.
Yeah.
So Natasha is a listener of the show, and she heard that I was suffering from the poison ivy, clearing out the new space for the studio, and she was nice enough to bring me not one, but 2 ointments to put on my horrible poison ivy.
Hence the sleeves.
You're not
Yeah.
going to show it for the camera?
Well, no. No one wants to see that, but I am wearing sleeves tonight because it is awful. All right, folks, we got any more questions for the band? Anybody that wants to come out there? Yeah, there we go. All right.
Another one.
A musician and an author. That's
Yeah.
Will, folks.
Will.
Howdy, Will.
Hey guys,
Hi.
What's up?
thanks for doing this.
Yeah.
As you transitioned from doing covers to writing your own material, were you surprised by the kind of music that came out, the genre of music that came out?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think because a lot of our original songs are pretty rock, you know, a lot of Allman Brothers, you know, a lot of early rock and roll from like the 70s, and this one's kind of like a mixture of every influence I think that me and James have, just put into one. I really don't even know what genre it could be classified as. It's, you know, it's got a lot of influences in there, and definitely as we keep writing, you know, you see a lot more of me, maybe like this side of it coming out or this side coming out. It's just a big melting pot of just all of our, you know, inspirations put into one.
It's an adventure.
So then you see that transition kind of evolving as you go.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome.
It'll never stop doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Great
right.
question.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we got time for one more question for the band. Here we go.
Oh boy.
It's a quick taker. He was ready.
I would say one thing I thought was the coolest when I first saw you guys play together was immediate passion, like linking, where it's that kind of thing as a musician that it's so hard to put into words. I like to just call it the pocket. You guys hit that pocket early. How much does that mean to like your linkage as a band and where you plan to progress with?
Well, so when it comes to pocket, me being a drummer, pocket is important. Of course, it is for every. Okay, hang on a second.
I asked my question. I'm getting off the stage.
This guy, no, hang on. So I was in a band with this guy once upon a time. He's amazing. His name's Josh. He's a cool guy. But so he and I have chemistry. Had a pocket at one point. He's a former musician and he doesn't play anymore. But yeah, pocket is the how would I put it? Like pocket is
That's how you got together.
Exactly. Pocket is the glue that holds the musicians together. So honing that kind of connectivity with with each other is absolutely important. And moving forward, I'd say that we plan to hone it even more. I mean, if you're not honing your craft, then what are you really doing?
You know, a lot of the times we really just kind of like to get on stage and just be like, let's just do it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we'll practice, but sometimes we'll just take songs on a whole different adventure and just stick it.
And that can be intimidating sometimes, but those moments of intimidation are where gold lies in my journey. I mean, anytime I felt intimidated by anything, you just look at it in the eyes and you realize what it's actually worth. And so just going on a stage and just doing it, that's where
And most of the time, the spur of the moment things, it's like, that's the best thing.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
like doing it.
Those are the
And you'll never be able to recreate it either. It's
Yeah.
one time.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and that's the great thing about, and I'm glad you guys are bringing up honing in the skill, because it takes time to just be part of the thing and understand what you're doing, and then after a while it becomes like muscle memory. And it's absurd how easy it becomes. And so doing things just straight off the cuff,
right,
or being put into a position that you've never been in before, but you know how to do your music, you know how to perform on stage, and so you just make it work. And like you said, it's original every time, because no two instances are exactly the same.
Right.
And that's where art comes from, right?
Yeah.
That's when the magic starts to happen.
That's why live music is so magical.
I love live music.
Yes.
I love the cicada.
too.
Oh,
Y'all ever been out to the cicada?
I've walked past it before, and I really regret not going inside that.
Well, you're going to regret it a lot more here pretty soon because they are closing down.
Officially?
90% chance. Well, some dark stuff is happening in Fort Worth, and with the cicada and a lot of the businesses down there, they got their rent increased 25% overnight, and then also the building owners took away a bunch of really cool incentives that they had worked out for those businesses, and it's just kind of like it's death throes now. So
It's so sad.
Not great.
The
Go ahead.
I was gonna say the pandemic definitely affected
Yeah.
a
It
lot
did.
of that.
But you know what's been more terrible for Fort Worth establishments is not the pandemic, it's the greed. Because Fort Worth overnight, feels like overnight, but it took about 5 years, has just hit massive amounts of acceleration. And we are now the 11th largest city in the United States. We took over the leaderboard over Austin. We just capped out over 1 million people. And all of these property owners saw what was going on, and they just said, hey, we're worth more money. Guess what? You owe us more money. And all these mom and pops and wonderful local music venues are really struggling. So thank you all for being at McFly's Pub tonight.
Yeah.
This is another locally owned business that desperately needs your support. So thank you guys for being here. But they're out there, man, and we love them, and we hate what's happening. But there's only so much we can do, you know, because not only the business is getting squeezed right now, but economically we're all feeling it. And it's a lot. It's a lot to go out and spend a couple of dollars extra on gas, maybe have a drink at the bar, whatever. It takes a lot out of you.
It's real. It's
It is.
actually happening. I know a lot of you guys listening are driving to work, driving home. You're just got some downtime listening to a podcast, and you hear the words, oh, these businesses are getting squished. No, it's real. Josh, the guy that was on, asked a question. Him and I used to be in a band, and I think there's only, like 1 or 2 venues that are still open, and we played just about every weekend consistently for a year. So you can only imagine how many venues are just going away.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So
and it sucks.
This is how we solve this.
I feel like, yes.
Yeah.
And you've heard me go on rants on other episodes of the show, but we're facing a media blackout where 100 companies across the United States are gobbling up 70% of our attention span through all the marketing. And what that means is that locally here in Fort Worth, we've got 30% of possible attention span left on people's devices or the movies that they watch, the television programs that they view, magazines, newspapers, whatever. Every format, it's getting gobbled up by 100 companies nationally, if not globally. And so we're left with a very small sliver. And so if the Cicada or McFly's or any other local business has a big event that they poured their heart and souls into, they put a bunch of money behind it, they're competing with each one of those 100 businesses that individually put in $2 billion a year into marketing. You cannot compete with that. So we need a local voice. We need somebody.
We need a revolution. No, seriously.
We do.
We do. We absolutely. We need to rise up. This is how this works. You know, you got this big old, what is it, 70, 80%, the number you just said?
70%?
70%.
Yeah.
That 30%, let's make that grow. Let's stick it. You know, this is what Fort Worth Roots
We can
do.
We can do it locally. We absolutely can, but
Yeah.
we got to get everybody on the same page, and it's got to be people that support small, local-owned businesses. I want to tell you guys a story real quick, and then I'll get off my soapbox. There's a place called Hoppin, and it is closed now permanently. The family that opened that thing, they bought into a franchise. They put their life savings into it. Beautiful young couple. The husband was, I think, maybe 4 or 5 years out of the military, served as a Air Force officer, multiple deployments, all this stuff. And he wanted to do something really rad for the community and something that would help him support his family. They put every penny they had into this. 10 months after it opened, maybe 11. Don't quote me. They had to shut their doors down. And it wasn't because the place wasn't awesome. They were putting thousands and thousands of dollars every month into marketing. They could not get the word out. And so if a business like Hoppin couldn't keep it going, what chance does any business smaller than that have? So what we need to do, and Fort Worth Roots does not have to be the option, but of course I would love to be part of the solution. But we need people that will amplify the voices of local community in order to give a voice to 501c, local small businesses, and believe it or not, the fire department, the police department, the city manager. I mean, these folks can't talk to us because there's so much noise out there. So that's what these Tuesday nights are about. And you guys sitting here tonight supporting this means everything. And we're about to open up the mic to anybody that has a brand or business to promote. I just want you guys to know that every single time you come out, not only are you supporting McFly's and Fort Worth Roots, but your brand gets more recognition every single time you come out. So if you come to McFly's once for a Tuesday night, that's great. It's going to get you a little bit of attention. But if you are on that mic every week or at least once a month, that's going to get you some free advertising. And we do that because we genuinely want to make sure that you guys have a seat at the table and that we grow this thing so that we can compete against those 100 national companies that are taking up everybody's attention. As a community, we can do it. One lowly, what am I? Podcaster?
Yeah.
One podcaster. He can't do it by himself, but he can do it with your help.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
All right, folks. CorderKing. Where do we find you online? What's your Instagram? Let's start with that.
It's CorderKing and Company. That's
And Company.
CorderKing. CorderKing and Company. One word.
It'll be in the show notes.
Very cool. And then we're on TikTok. We're on Facebook as well. I mean,
Are you guys on Bandcamp?
no, I don't even know what that is.
Whoa, that sucks. I think Bandcamp's amazing. It's a great platform for distributing your music, and you can. They're not a sponsor of the show, but you can
They
get
could
on
be.
Bandcamp, and people can either pay the listed price that you have for the EP, the single, the album, whatever, or you can say, hey, leave a donation,
Yeah.
and people can do it that way.
Well,
So-
you can betcha you'll find Beat the Rain and maybe
Everywhere.
another one on Bandcamp and everywhere else.
I just hope that's not fading out, because you guys are on the younger spectrum of musicians that we've had on the show.
Yeah.
I just hope that's not going out, because Bandcamp is hands down my favorite way to support local musicians.
Yeah.
If you go on Spotify and you listen to a musician and you stream one of their songs 10,000 times, they get like $5. If you go on to Bandcamp, they'll get however much you want to give them.
Oh,
And-
like 1 million streams on one of your songs on Spotify. It's like $5,000, and that's it.
Stupid.
That's like nothing.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And at that point, maybe it covered the cost of making that track. Maybe.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
maybe.
Well, no, because the promotion you put behind
Oh, yeah.
the track
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything.
You want to really nickel and dime it, I guess so.
Yeah.
All right, folks, it's time. We do this every week. If you have a brand, a business, anything that you'd like to promote, we got this microphone up here, and we would love to hear about it.
Hey,
What's wrong?
I'll let this guy go.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about whatever that was.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, Will, get on up there, brother.
Yeah.
I was telling Will earlier, this is my version of church. This is how we get together and experience community and help each other out.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Hello, everybody. My name is William Chandler. I'm a musician at heart, turned working man, turned unemployed working man, and now become author. And I'm promoting my very first novel, House of the Black Moon. It's available on Amazon.
I've
in
got a
ebook
copy.
and paperback formats. Released on May 24th. Slowly but steadily, it's selling on Amazon. It was the #1 brand new bestseller in vampire horror for 5 seconds.
Dude, put that feather in your hat. That's awesome.
Right.
Congratulations.
The short answer on it is that it's a vampire novel. The longer answer is that it's much more than that. It's got heartbreaking, heartwarming drama. It's got a doomed love story. It's got revenge. It's got action, and it's got a new anti-hero in the world of fiction that I hope reaches as many people and as many readers as possible.
Love that.
So I'll be here longer. If anyone wants to talk to me about it, come ask a personal question. I'll answer it. And thanks to Fort Worth Roots. Thanks to McFly's. This is an awesome thing, trying to rebuild and sustain the community of creative types, musicians, authors, etc. And so very honored, very privileged to just be here talking to every one of you.
Excellent. Will, thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it. All right, I know we got some more in here. Natasha, you want to get up there?
Yeah.
Natasha is the one that brought the injured podcaster first aid relief.
And a dog.
And a dog.
But my drug dealing days are over in a pharmacy because I opened up my own wellness business. My name's Natasha Mankins, and I'm a functional medicine pharmacist, but I'm the missing link whenever patients are struggling because they go to the doctor and everything's fine, everything's okay, they do lab work, but I actually get to the root cause of what's going on. Lately, I've done a lot of testing for hormones, food sensitivity tests, and metabolomics tests. So we just look at what is your metabolism, and if you're feeling fatigued, sometimes it's as simple as you just don't have the cofactors for your enzymes for you to make enough energy. So lots of cool testing that we have available that aren't necessarily available at your regular doctor's office. So
Excellent.
A lot of changed lives that are pretty cool.
Very cool. Cool. Thank you, Natasha. She was here last week, and that really is the best way to get this going, is come up here as often as possible so that we can help you promote your brand. This is Dimitri King with Market Match.
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I'll try to turn you up a little bit, see if we can get that feedback. If you step back like a full step back, I might give you more.
Literally feedback.
As far as you can go. Yeah.
You good?
That's as best I can do.
Yeah, my name's Dimitri King.
I got it. You're good.
And I'm the founder of a company called Market Match. We're a tech company that actually creates a fun way to do surveys and market research using swipe technology. So imagine Tinder, but for everything else. So if you're looking to bring merch out, if you're at college and you're looking to connect with your students or your anybody that's a customer base, we are here to help you make sure that your inventory is correct, and that way your customers are happy, you're making money, and everybody wins. So again, Dimitri from Market Match. If you want to check me out, marketmatch.app is on my Instagram.
He's done that pitch a few times, folks. That is Dimitri King, and he has been one of the biggest advocates for our show. Yes, sir, absolutely. And a really good friend of mine now. You can catch him every Tuesday on the Fort Worth Roots Morning Show. What's up, brother?
Hey.
Welcome back.
Hey, I'm John Reed. Hey, I just want to say real quick, like, Audrey came in, and no one gave a shout-out to Audrey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. My fiance. Everybody.
Yeah.
Love you. Oh, and our dog Aria.
Aria. Is that your stepdog?
Yeah, but I love her like my own.
I got 2 stepdogs and one like regular dog.
Yeah.
With the 2 of us.
Adorable.
It's weird with stepdogs, you know.
Of course.
It's always different.
They're all the same.
All right, I'm John. I own the Azel Music and Enrichment Academy.
Pull that mic a little closer. I'm sorry, it's real low.
Better.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm John. I own the Azel Music and Enrichment Academy. It's in Azel. That's where James teaches. He's amazing. TheAzelAcademy.org. Come see us. We've got all musical instruments. Of course, we got drums and drums and drums. We've got voice. We've got enrichment. We've got,
STEM.
prep, STEM, theater, art, all the things that you want to be great at in the world. You can come do it there.
Yeah.
Come see us. We like to partner with the community. Thank you, Fort Worth Roots. Maybe we're going to make a little team coming up here. That's going to be pretty cool.
Yep.
Come see us. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, so what he was alluding to right before we got on the mic, messing with this camera real quick, we were discussing the morning show, and we need a new location. I was telling you guys earlier, we lost Hoppin. Really sucks, man. Anybody losing their passion, their thing that they're doing, it's hard to watch, and we got to watch it the entire step, like every step of the way. But the morning show has been looking for a new home for the past few weeks, and we were kind of discussing maybe possibly doing it there at the academy, and you would be one of the morning co-hosts.
I would love that. Yeah, that's so exciting.
So anyway, I make a habit of not telling people things on the show until it's done deal. Like we are ink on paper, everything is set. But that was such a positive communication, and I think that we're going to just make it work. Somehow we're going to make that work. So looking forward to that.
Absolutely.
Anybody else have a business to promote? Got to take her. Oh.
A business jam here.
Oh, yeah. Eat that mic. All the way up.
Yeah, I got it right here. I'm going to speak up
There
loud.
you go.
Can you hear me? Yes, you can. So I have a nonprofit, American Jobs Factory, bringing the revolution that we were kind of talking about here a second. So if I can get participation out here, what do people hate about corporations right now?
Well, the greed that we were just talking about.
Yes.
Untrustworthy.
Yes.
Untrustworthy.
What are they putting in our water?
And whether it's Walmart or Amazon, the biggest thing is the velocity of money. They're taking money out of the ecosystem, out of local businesses, out of local communities. There's communities all around America that are crumbling because they don't have the money. And how many times we heard, can't do that, don't have the money. So American Jobs Factory is putting together a 4-day work week, first of all. But the 5th day, you don't get it off. You have to volunteer in your community, and then the nonprofit will pay you that day, so you don't lose any pay for your work. You get to still get your 40 hours, but you get paid to volunteer in your community. So that is one of the things that American Jobs Factory is using donations to do to build up communities. So
Interesting.
Outstanding, man. Outstanding. And where did they find you?
where did they can find me online, strictly online right now. AmericanJobsFactory.org.
Excellent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel, thank you, sir.
No problem.
Yeah.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, do we have anybody else with a business they came to promote tonight?
I've actually got another one. If everybody's done, I've got another plug. I told you I'm full of them.
Were you about to take your headset off and go for that mic?
Yeah, I was.
No. You have a headset, sir.
Can I go back and
You
forth?
stay right there.
Okay. Yeah. One of my best friends. His name's Daniel Fisher. Amazing guy, amazing businessman. He owns
The best?
The best. He owns Spire Heating and Air Conditioning. They'll go anywhere. You got to give them a call because it's just
It's the best.
It's the best.
It's the greatest.
You can't beat it. You want your home comfy, don't you? Come on.
Everybody loves being cool.
Yeah, exactly.
That's excellent, man.
Yeah, Spire Heating and Air Conditioning.
That's great.
Go
And you
get it.
guys can do that. You can show up and you can promote somebody else's thing. And we do a morning show. I know I've said that a few times, but you guys are welcome to call in. If there's a news story and you think the community needs to know about it, you can hit us up on Instagram and hit the little microphone function and just tell us the story. And or just like a version of it, a short clip of the story as you understand it. Send it in. We'll read it. I'll even investigate it on the show. I'll pull up the actual information and tell it the way the paper said it or whatever. But anyway, it is just a connecting fiber for the community, and you guys, your voice is always appreciated. It adds value to the show, and if you have a business to promote or whatever, we can also put that in there if you have an event. So Fort Worth Roots does take money from businesses in order to market for them. But if you have an event coming up, we want the community to know that. So that's free on the show, on the morning show. So you guys can call in and say, hey, AAA Plumbing is throwing a hot dog party on Main Street, and we want you to come out.
Are they really?
I don't know. I just made this up.
They are
I hope
now.
they are
It's
now.
possible. It's possible that I just made that up, and in some universe, it is happening. AAA Plumbing Company is throwing a hot dog party Saturday at 5 o'clock. Only if you're wearing a bikini. Anybody else has to pay $5 for the hot dog party.
Audrey, I'm going to have to borrow one of yours.
All right. Well, this went off the rails quick. We got one more. Okay.
Dentist
Oh, whoa. I got your mic off. Sorry.
Turned me off.
There you go.
Denton Snowball, the 14th, is having a party. They're a local Euless business. They sell ice.
Denton Snowball.
Denton Snowball.
If you're up in Denton, look out for them snowballs at Denton Snowball.
It's in Euless.
It's in Euless. I'm sorry. I missed that part. That dang thing. Okay, all right. I got you. Oh, it's okay. Don't be so angry. Okay, I'm on it.
You got it.
We got it covered. Okay, you guys ready to play some music?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm going to turn this camera off. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for CorderKing. Let's hear it. Thank y'all so much for coming out. My name is Andrew. I'm with Fort Worth Roots, and our mission is to support small businesses and provide more stages for local musicians.
And tell me where you've been, and the difference in now and then. I know it gets hard to see, your world's falling apart now. I can't seem to find the words to say. You know I just can't seem to beat the rain. Slow, leaving me one more. There's nowhere to run. Well, it seems that you had your fun. They say and try and take it day by day. You know I just can't seem to beat the rain. When you left me alone again, there's no one left to blame when everybody sings the same. I wish this song would just blow away. You know I just can't seem to beat the rain. That was called Beat the Rain with CorderKing and Company. Thank you so much. I guess we can do some more. Yeah.
Got one more for us?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll something out.
Let's see. You're going to hit us to be tuned for like 2 seconds. This last song we're going to do is, I'm going to dedicate this one to my sister. I actually have the lyrics of the song tattooed on me. It's a little Allman Brothers for you. This is a little Midnight Rider. And I got the road to keep from hiding, and I'm bound to keep on riding. And I got one more silver dollar, but I'm not gonna let them catch me, no. I'm not gonna let them catch the midnight rider. And I don't know the clothes I'm wearing, and the road goes on forever. And I got one more silver dollar, but I'm not gonna let them catch me, no. I'm not gonna let them catch the midnight rider. And I've gone by the corner carrying, and some more bed I'll soon be sharing. And I got one more silver dollar, but I'm not gonna let them catch me, no. I'm not gonna let them catch the midnight rider. But I'm not gonna let them catch me, no. I'm not gonna let them catch the midnight rider. But I'm not gonna let them catch me, no. I'm not gonna let them catch the midnight rider. But I'm not gonna let them catch me, no. I'm not gonna let them catch the midnight rider. Thank you so much for the CorderKing and Company. Big thanks to Fort Worth Roots for having us today, and be sure to keep your eyes open for a new single coming out called Beat the Rain. Thank you so much, people.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up one more time for CorderKing and Company. Outstanding. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being at McFly's Tuesday night. Guys and gals, I hope that you will choose to come on out here sometime just to show your support. We've got incredible musicians and great creators just like these guys that come out every week and want your support. So if you can make it out, great. If not, no sweat, but maybe try to make it out when you can.
A big thank you to our friends at CorderKing and Company. These guys, they've got a bright future ahead of them. Very talented. Appreciate you guys coming out and doing the thing with us. Find them on Instagram at CorderKing and Company to see what they're getting into next. And we will definitely be having these guys back on the show. One of them quicker than you might think. We've got some stuff cooking. We might be doing the morning show at a location in Azle, Texas. Trying to stretch our arms out a little bit and touch a little more of North Texas. It's going to be cool. Let's give it up for our newest sponsor, Peterson's Landscape, 817-399-8413. And they are currently going through a brand change. So if you see Peterson's Bloom, that is the same company. Welcome to Peterson's Landscape, Dallas-Fort Worth's premier landscape company for over 35 years. Peterson's Landscape has been providing residential and commercial property owners in the DFW area with the finest in landscape services, from landscape design and installation to regularly scheduled lawn maintenance services. Our expert staff provides the knowledge and experience to help you with your outdoor needs. Yes, sir. Fort Worth Float Company. Is your day filled with noise and distractions, overstimulating sounds and activities? Our daily lives have become overwhelmed with tasks and responsibilities, with very few ways to shut off the world for even a brief moment. Welcome to Fort Worth Float Company. They specialize in providing sensory deprivation flotation tanks, providing the ultimate relaxation experience, offering various pricing and packages, and 3 different tanks. Fort Worth Float Company meets everyone's float needs. The Davis team, hold on a second. Had to clear my throat. The Davis team. Look no further than our friends at the Davis team for all of your property needs. No commitment necessary. If you have questions about property, then visit them online, yourdavisteam.com, or give them a call, 817-755-0504. Galaxy Wilderness Disc Golf, dedicated to promoting disc golf to the masses for its health benefits through outdoor therapy, exercise, and camaraderie. Find them on Facebook as Galaxy Wilderness Disc Golf. GalaxyWildernessDG.com is their website, and their phone number is 682-228-0399. They will set up a disc golf course for you, and then come back and break it down when you're done with it. They have nighttime disc golf as well, glow-in-the-dark discs and LED lights for the baskets. It's pretty rad. The Body Scrubbery, our friend Michelle over at the Body Scrubbery is ready to take care of you and all of your relaxation needs. Luxury foot spa, full body scrubs, infrared heat wraps, massages, bubble tubs, mud wraps, facials. They do couples packages and small group parties. Find them online at thebodyscrubbery.com. Her Instagram is the same, The Body Scrubbery. And then her phone number, 925-808-8222. It's a really cool little spot. She made all of this happen herself. It was just an empty warehouse building, and she turned it into something really special. So go check that out. Great gift idea, great way to relax. Roofing Solutions by Darren Houck. Roofing Solutions can help you with all your residential and commercial roofing needs. Roofing Solutions by Darren Houck is locally owned and operated, insured, and have the experience to carry out most roofing projects. Get them online at roofingsolutionsHouck.com, and their phone number is 817-882-6520. And then, of course, our homies over at McFly's Pub, 6104 LTJG Barnett Road. It is Fort Worth, Texas, 76114. Just outside the East Gate for JRB, NAS, Carswell, whatever, the military base. It's a badass little 1980s Back to the Future themed bar with an excellent outdoor patio complete with fire pit and room for your fur baby. Daily drink specials and fun activities almost every day of the week. See what's new at McFly's on their Instagram page at McFly's Pub. And we are there every Tuesday, and you guys are more than welcome to come out. It's encouraged. What are you doing with your life? You need to be there. This is our version of church. We get together, we support each other, we find out how we can help one another. And actually, this episode here, our friend Natasha, who has made it to the last 2, at least, Tuesday nights, she brought me a bunch of stuff from her pharmacy for my really awful, terrible, no good, really bad poison ivy burns. So I really appreciate that. But it's kind of the community style stuff we're trying to cultivate here. Somebody's hurting. Let me see if I can help. And I mean, it's a very literal example, but you know what I mean. Cloudland Recording Studios, cloudlandrecordingstudio.com. It's an analog and digital recording studio located in the heart of Fort Worth, just 1 mile from downtown and 5 minutes from near Southside Entertainment District of Magnolia Avenue. If you got some music you're trying to put together, our buddy Joe Tacky over at Cloudland Recording Studios is the one to help you out. So, now you know. Those are our sponsors for today. And we are about to get into some really different waters. Your boy is feeling the squeeze just like everybody else. So I went and got me a JOB. I'm going to be working with the folks over at 316 Roofing to help them with their marketing. And I'm really excited about this. Seems like a little bit of a conflict of interest, but we're going to do it anyway. And it's going to be good. These are really excellent people, I feel like. One of the things I told them, talking to them earlier this week, is you don't really know what you're getting into until you've known somebody for years. And then even then, what do you really know? But they seem like great people. I'm going to get in there and see how their business works and see what we can do to help them grow. So, what else? There's got to be more. I really want you to come out to Tuesdays. That's one thing. the old Camry, it blew a tire this week. If y'all didn't see that shenanigans, it's on our Instagram page. Bency Jones was our guest for the Thursday morning show. It was yesterday. And I couldn't quite make it to where we were supposed to meet up. I had to pull into a Murphy USA, and there I sat. But I had all my equipment with me, so we ended up doing the recording from Murphy USA's parking lot right there on 199. People were looking at us and going, what's that about? But it's fun. We'll always get the job done. We're here for it, man. Never going to stop. Azel Music Academy. We don't have it in ink yet, but it looks like we found a spot a little bit closer to my house to do the morning show and some more really cool people. If you look for the right kind of people, you're going to find them, is what I'm finding out. This week has been absolutely insane. And it has been said to me about 5 times already that, God kind of puts things in your path that are supposed to be there, or some variation of that statement. And it just really, it feels like the universe is really focusing on your boy Andrew right now. I don't know what that means, but I'm here for it. It's been really wild this week. So anyway, I hope you're doing all right. I've been telling you guys for weeks now. Everybody out here seems to be struggling, and if you're struggling, I'm here for you. I'm one DM away on Instagram. And, of course, we meet Tuesday nights. So if you're feeling a little bit isolated, if you're hanging on to the end of your rope, you got friends out here that are sympathetic to that cause, man. It is rough. And who knows? Maybe we'll have World War III next week. But at the end of the day, you just can't quit. You got to keep going. You got to keep moving forward. And you got folks out here, good folks out here that are trying to do the same thing you are. Trying to thrive, trying to create something. So, anyway, I hope you're doing okay. I really do. That's about all the notes I've got. I know you need to get ready for a very itchy Christmas. Richard Keller and I will be concocting some kind of Christmas party for you this year. And we're supposed to get together real soon and start talking about what that looks like. But just another rad way to support local music and just an excuse to get together. So tonight at the Post, you got Bency Jones. He's going to be on stage, and there's a bunch of other people on that bill. And shame on me, I can't remember, but it did sound like a really good bill. If you haven't been out to the new Post yet, it is they took over half of Birdie's social club, and it's just as rad as it ever was. They've got a great stage, wonderful sound system, and it's, we've only got a couple of really locally driven, badass music venues. The Post is one of them. The Cicada, I don't know, I haven't talked to them to see if things are turning around or getting better for them. Typically, whenever businesses start putting out those SOS posts like, hey, come hang out and have a drink or we're not going to make it. When you see stuff like that, it typically means they're on their way out. So, anyway, the only reason I'm bringing that up is because I love the Cicada. I think John and Tyler have done a badass job cultivating something truly special in Fort Worth. And it might not be there a whole lot longer. So, go by, show your support, enjoy it one last time, or hell, maybe you showing up a little more frequently and they can make it. That would be the best. I would love that. I think that as the city grows, we're 1 million plus now population, 11th largest city in the United States, and if these businesses can hold out for any length of time, you would think that just the numbers of people that are coming into the community, it would help bring these small businesses back. And that's what we need. That's what we need. Okie dokie. I've droned on enough. You guys, if you haven't checked out McFly's Pub yet, or if you haven't been out to one of our Tuesday nights, I'd love to see you there. I'd love to see you there any day of the week, but Tuesdays at McFly's. That's when we get together. Okay, I've said it like 6 times, I know. This will be the last recording I put out until Monday. If you guys didn't already know this, we do a morning show. And that morning show is just there to promote your stuff. So send us a DM, little audio message through the Instagram DMs. And if you'll do that, talking about an event or literally anything, even a news story that you don't want us to miss, if you'll send that to me through Instagram, we will play it on the show. I promise. And if you'll give me some lead time, like say it happens in December, and you give it to me now, I will play that thing at least once a week. I'll put it in a little folder. I've done this in the past. And I will just play it. Okie dokie. That's everything I got for you folks today. Thank you again for listening. I cannot do this unless you tune in at least once in a while. So thank you for being here. All right. And our next thing up will be Monday morning. Hope you have a good weekend. Go have some fun. And if you go to the post tonight, you'll see me there. Okie dokie. See ya.